Amnian Nights, and we are straight back into combat. So, I know it was the end of a round actually, I remember now, because he was holding his turn. So yes, you had heard a voice call from the entrance asking if anybody was there, and we are now at the top of a round. Pip, you're up, round 9.
Ah, yes, missed the top of the
Spillover
round. Okay. I'm going to glance at the others a little nervously, and then be like, I'll see who it is. I'm going to hop diddly scooch over that way. Oh, it's paused.
In the entrance, you see a large, broad figure, clad thusly.
Good lord.
Extremely ornate armor, visor, and yeah, wielding a significant greatsword, which we have drawn, held in 2 hands.
Well. Do they look as otherworldly as I'm seeing?
Otherworldly?
It just looks like this person is so magical or celestial or something. Like, that's a very unusual set of armor and stuff.
They don't have the back piece, I would say.
Well, I will call out. What's his job? The guy, the warden. The warden's a vampire. Please help. So I'll have had to go over there. How far away is that? 20 foot. Is that the dude?
It is, yes. The visor flips up for a moment. And he,
beautiful eyes.
He scowls and gives you a nod.
Okay, good. That's positive. And I will scooch back in. That is 30 feet. I cannot see any guards or vampires at the moment. I will take a dodge action.
Okay. Unfortunately, as you concentrate on dodging, your concentration... okay. Figure, whose name you definitely don't know yet, will sprint. Oh, that's interesting.
What's interesting, Jen?
Okay, you can get to that. After I do the right click to set a node for traveling, it stops tracking my move distance after I add the first node.
Oh, weird.
But yeah, anyway, he will... He'll run, he'll dash, he'll sprint to you, and casting his eyes around the room and surveying what's going on. He will look down towards you, hold his hand out, and clench his fist in a gesture. Blue light shimmers up his arm for a moment, and you feel a cold magic wrap around you.
Thank God. I was like, is he gonna kill me?
This is it. The end. Surrounded on all sides.
How many are your number?
4. Presumably, I won't mention the fact that we have vanquished several people here because I'm sure he saw the bodies.
Okay, Obsidian, you're up.
Yeah, Obsidian will rush towards the room, seeing as Pip seems to be in good hands right now. Presume that the protective spell can be noticed.
What, sorry?
There's someone. The protective spell, the Shield of Faith. Like, Obsidian probably doesn't know what exactly that is, but it seems to be
Good magic.
positive, I imagine.
It's shiny in the
Pip's
right
not
way.
screaming.
Pip doesn't
so-
seem to... Yeah, Pip's not screaming. That's a good sign. Okay. Do I see more of them? Like, is there someone up the stairs, for example, that I could see but don't due to how levels work?
No, you see nobody upstairs at the moment.
I see 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10. Oh, okay. So this seems like I'm just about in range. I guess I will rush towards this guy. If he doesn't seem like he's giving up or fleeing or
As
anything.
you come, so he has been holding his ground. As you come within 5 feet of him, he will make a strike at you. He's been holding his action
Sure.
if anybody gets in range.
Okay.
And he will make a longsword attack. You're not reckless at the moment, are you? From the last round.
No, I am not reckless, and I am also not raging after the confusion, I believe. But thankfully,
He gives you a warding strike as you approach, but there's so much wind up to it. You see it coming a mile off, and you just manage to lean back for a moment, and he wastes his swing.
And I will not be recklessing this time either.
Straight into the doorway. Tell you how you kill him.
Straight into the doorway, as you say. I don't know, just Obsidian rushes in, doesn't even know what's happening, just sort of rushes past the blow, I imagine, and just sort of uses the momentum he ran quite a bit in a straight line, so he just sort of punches into the man and crashes him against the door.
Okay.
Like with the body weight more than the maul itself, really.
Yeah, he just crumples.
Feels the breaking of the ribs. And that's Obsidian for this round, I believe, because that's max movement. I do not have an action to now go dash in.
Okay.
That's it.
So right.
Well, since there's no one around, just gonna...
I would remind you that every few seconds, Sanguinar has phased through and attacked somebody, just in case you've forgotten over the week.
Yes, no, I do. I just don't know where he faded out again.
Yeah.
But then to do that, I'm gonna just stand next to Asher. And where would I cover her better? Probably... Did I see him? Do you remember where he faced last?
I don't believe you were in the room the last time he phased.
Okay,
in,
so then I would...
You'd know.
No. Then I'll hold an action to see if I see Lord Sanguinar and if he's in reach.
Okay, so you're looking to melee attack Sanguinar if he comes within range.
Yeah.
Okay. Banish is no save, is it? It's just your duration. It isn't a save every turn or anything.
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll recheck, just in case.
Umberhulk, 6 rounds. Asher, you're up.
Okay. Can I hear anything from any direction? Like,
How seriously? To the point where you want to spend your turn making a perception check? You can hear the ghouls in the holding cell room you just came from
yeah.
absolutely clamoring to try and get out, but seemingly unable to.
Okay. Well then, I'm just gonna dash down here. Seeing a shit ton more doors. Okay. I'm gonna I'm just gonna pick a spot up here. I'm still expeditious, and I'd like to use my action to try and perception to see if I can hear anything happening anywhere.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. This normally goes so well for me. we're in a building.
You hear scrabbling at one of the doors to the north. There are 3 there close to each other. You can't make out which one it is, but you hear that one of those doors has activity happening behind it.
Okay. I will call back to Sire. I think I hear something down this hallway. And I will move just a little bit closer. That's it for me.
Okay. Before Pip goes, top of round. Okay, Pip, you're up.
Okay, we're down to 36 seconds. I will move in. It's not actually measuring for me at all. Interesting. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, since my whole cohort is in here, I think I'm going to probably be in here. 25, 30, and I'm going to stay here and probably dodge again. That's all from me.
Figure enters the room, and he's got that armor on, but pulls that helmet up for a moment and gives you all a nod as he looks around, surveying the situation. Is the Lich here?
Is the Lich here? I haven't seen a Lich, only the vampire. I think he was through that door. He can pass through walls. And I'll point to the door by obsidian.
He will. He stows the sword, or rests against him for a moment, brings out a rather heavy crossbow from behind his back and holds it and just waits. And he is gonna hold an action. Obsidian.
Rough. Obsidian will rush around. Okay. There's Asher. Seeing as we are spread out, I think we'll just get over here. Cover the area. That was with a dash, so not much else to be done. That's it.
Siri.
Cora is going to move all the way over there. Just to make sure that I can sort of know what's going on. Pip, how long until the thing comes back?
He responds immediately. 36 seconds. He's been counting in his head. He's very smart.
Do we wait here and finish it, or do we move on?
We might be a little pushed for time. I can bring it back at any time faster if you like.
What are you speaking about?
There was a hulking undead creature did we identify it
thought
as an
you
Umber Hulk?
knew.
Yeah, you and Siri both knew.
Okay.
No,
There was
you
an
and Obsidian, I
undead
think.
Umber Hulk. Right there, and he points essentially to the spot where Highcroft is. I've banished it, but it'll return in 30 seconds, if not sooner.
He nods. So Siri, anything else from you?
Okay. Well, I guess don't really know which ones to do. I will hold an attack in case I see a threat, by which could be Lord Sanguinar or the Umber Hulk if Pip decides to call him back on his turn.
And Mrs. Melee weapon, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. The Hulk 5.
I think it ticks down on my turn, but close enough.
He will dash. Cannot attack.
Oh, hello.
Asher, you're up.
Cool. He is right there, so I'm just gonna pop off a panicked word of radiance. As he.
This is
dashes
Obsidian
up-
as well, yeah?
Yes, but he's wearing the ring.
What save is that?
Oh shit. Hold on. I've already.
The target us, so.
Well, I had it targeted. It is a Constitution saving throw.
He was not
okay.
targeted, it seems. So I'll roll it.
I think I'm fine.
Oh. Seems he fails. Yep. What was the damage? 8?
8.
It is
Radiant.
more for him. The light burns him significantly.
Cool.
Hmm.
Anything else from you?
No, not right now. No.
Okay. Another one comes running out. This one's gonna slash at Obsidian. A 17.
Just hits.
Has it prompted the save from you?
It did not prompt any saves.
Stupid 5 point. Whatever. Can you make me a DC 10 con save, please, Obsidian? Versus.
Typically, I can. Yes.
Cool.
Ton of good luck did that.
Hmm?
Ton of good luck did that. Got your
Well,
MBA.
I have a 10% chance to fail those.
50.
Did you say it was DC 13 or?
Magul,
10, I think.
10.
I said.
Oh, okay.
I need a 3.
Obsidian, as these ghouls are pressing in on you, you see behind them. Just through one wall, out the other.
Oh.
This one will be difficult to pin down, it would seem.
Do I see it too?
Yeah.
I'll just call out, he's here!
Okay. Pip,
It's in the walls.
he's in the goddamn wall.
Just do it out the goddamn wall.
Pip, you're up.
Down to 30 seconds. And Pip will move. That's 30 feet. I don't really want to get much closer at this stage, but I will out a mind sliver at the closest ghoulie. Well, tremendous!
Womp. Tell me how you explode the ghoul's head.
That is exactly what happens. He's just like they're like doing the psychic mind powers pose, and then the ghoul's head just goes.
Your head as well.
I am.
Yeah, that's all from me.
All these people are real people.
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah. But...
Who the fuck is that?
Obviously misses. But he will swap back to his greatsword, glance over his shoulder, and remain next to Pip for a moment. Obsidian.
Right, I believe I have 2 rages left, which kinda awkward at this point in time. Is there like, do I hear more coming? Do they like make a bunch of noise? Is there a rabble of undead
you
in
do
either
not-
of the rooms further down?
Without spending some real-time focusing on it, you don't hear anything
Okay,
immediately other than the ones who are in front of you. If you want to listen further afield and
Sure,
try and tune them out,
okay.
that's an action.
okay. In which case, Obsidian will just focus on the here and now and start walking away. And these none are adjacent to Usher at this time.
It could be if you want.
Ergo,
But crush his teeth.
I can send one there. No, it's fine. Normal. Oof. That's rough, buddy. Normal again. Sure. I will actually send him like fly a little bit back, sort of behind the other ghoul with a heavy crack. That I mean, you send the
Luca's got a real listening problem. This is how he's dressed, but his helmet came up for a moment to say hello, and he just has.
So
art.
I was
That's
always.
fine. No, let's let you know. Go on, Obsidian. What was the rest of your thing?
there's no rest of my thing. Just switch the goals. That one comes back to me.
Sorry,
I struck the one on the left, so I want that one.
Cool.
Go away. Okay, and that's 3. Yeah, I mean, I can stay here, I guess. Not that it changes much. Yeah,
Okay.
just makes a step to the side.
Today.
Okay, I
Oh,
guess.
actually, I can just go here.
Well,
No,
just because it's more convenient. First, Cora will move, and I'll channel my attacks through them. Attack. Oh crap. Ooh, 12. Hits.
Hits.
I have click damage, but oh, normal. Sorry. There you go. Ooh. Not
There
enough.
we go. No low damage rolls for Sirei this time.
Well, it's very early in the session. Let's just 5
God damn.
dead.
2 solid hits.
2 solid hits from Cora, and I need to move Sire. She's just gone black. There we go. Just to make sure that I am not. That's one too much. So here, just to make sure I'm not too far from Cora. Cora's actually gonna move 10 feet more. I think that yeah, that's definitely enough. To get ready a sentinel strike should the ghoul attack Obsidian.
Okay. Asha, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna target that one guy, and I am going to Regal blast him, pushing him back 10 feet, hopefully. Nope. Dear God. We're gonna try again.
You rolling damage? Yep. Blasted back.
Okay. I'm gonna back up a bit. There.
Okay. He's going to rush forward and try and attack Obsidian.
What a dick. I pushed him back.
Misses, but an attack is made, so I'm guessing that
Here we'll use her reaction.
hits.
Choop. 9. Did.
Shot. Nice.
Cora is on fire.
You hear the clink of metal and a door opening and the howls of ghouls coming from the same way that you entered.
God damn it.
And we're yes.
It's actually the kind of fight where until you kill the boss, the ads keep spawning. So
Yeah.
Has everyone seen Sinners or knows what it's about?
Not
Nope.
yet.
Nope.
No. Don't spoil.
I know you're desperate to talk about it, but we haven't
I-
seen it yet.
I really
need to
won't
go back in a
listen.
couple of weeks.
Give me a few weeks. I have children.
When Luca sends the kids back to America, she's going to Spain for a week, and I'm strongly considering taking myself for a little solo date where I go and watch Sinners, get something to eat, and then go watch Thunderbolts.
And then he's not allowed to talk about either until I get back and see them as well.
It's true. So that was there we go. Top of the round. Pip.
Pip just says 24 seconds. We'll move 5, 10, 15. Ah, they're all dead. I thought there was one remaining. Okay. In that case, I will
There
hold
are
an
some
action
remaining.
to deliver the next one who might pop out. But that is all.
Okay. He's in here!
What the fuck?
Where is here? Where'd you go?
Get into the previous
He
room.
went
Down
back.
south. Count Chocula has gone back to where we came from and opened up the gate. I couldn't remember his name. It was something very, very,
Count
I am a
Chocula
vampire,
Sanguinar. How has he
There.
gone all the way there? It's like top right and second
just
ago.
running through walls. I mean, he could just.
But Does
he
could
even
be
mean the
running
vampire?
circles around this room.
Does he mean... I mean, he came in asking about the Lich. Is the Lich here? It better not be.
Oh, why is it being weird? Oh, I don't like that.
Oh,
How do I break a group on the initiative order?
Give them different initiative values.
I can't actually access the group to change it. That's very odd. Hold on, let me collapse that group. Which one's that? I think if I delete these dead two, that actually fixes it. Right, that happened. Anyway, Obsidian, your turn.
So the knight ran back in there.
Yes.
Alright. Let's see. 20. That will probably be about it. Yeah, I can't even make an attack from there, so I guess Obsidian will run up there stand in the doorway and dodge for now. Be ready for an attack to come from any direction.
Siri.
So it's the same. Stupid walls.
Walls are stupid. Open plan is the way.
Sarah gets to here. Can't see shite. Have to find Cora. Cora comes well here so that they can protect. So I will actually sorry here. I will take an action to make sure that Cora is watching out for Pip and Asher, who are sure about to move, in case Lord Sanguinar targets them.
Okay.
Should have probably gone the other side next to the wall, but oh well.
Did he unleash some ghoulies?
Yeah, the ones on the prison. So do you remember there were some?
Bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about killing them instead of dodging, but
The
Does
ghoul
that
comes
mean-
leaping across towards the knight, who you suspect might be called Highcroft, hasn't introduced himself yet. And the greatsword just comes up and around with such speed, he almost swats it away, parrying the blow. Umber 3.
Golly. Does that mean he's run out of inmates to raise? Is that a good thing? Surely he's not run out of inmates.
it is
Right.
still 4 rounds until it gets to my turn.
On your screen is, because it's collapsed it weird for me, after Umber Hulk Zombie, is there a ghoul before Asher? Because it kind of collapses out down
I
past
see
Asher
one,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
it
there's
is...
The collapsing is weird, but it does say 2 of 2.
Okay, so it is this one then. 5, 10, 15. I have ruled before that attack can be made at a -2 around the corner. So this one is going to attack Mr. Death, but at a -2.
And with disadvantage.
Dodging.
Dodging. -2, disadvantageous. That was almost a 16 and that 20 on me, which was ridiculous. Okay. Miss. Asher.
Okay, I'm gonna go up here. I'm still expeditious. And I'm going to attempt to Regal Blast that guy. And knock him back 10 feet.
Which one? The one in the front?
No, the one
Oh,
in the
one
back.
back? Yep.
And then I'm gonna try for it again on the same guy. Oh, does that work? No. Okay.
No, that
Okay.
second one missed.
Usually it shows red, I swear. But it did not. Okay.
It's not showing if you hit, or at least not for me.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay. Okay, that's it for me.
Okay. Hold on, I've broken something here. Just give me one moment. Okay. Sanguine, I believe. I'm just checking something. Give me a moment. No, I knew it didn't work. Okay, never mind. He is going to. Yeah, absolutely.
Aye.
Can he also see through walls? But he can, the bastard. Nowhere's safe.
$22, which it
I
shows being a
don't
hit, but
think I'm
surely not.
allowed to use shield because I was holding a spell.
Oof,
Although I do get to
okay.
cast a spell, actually, so I will. Mind Sliver. Otherwise, I would have shielded.
Hmm.
Oh god.
Did it fail? Oh,
Nope.
The weird What was the rune? Does it do a rune when you have to make the con save now? The animation?
I suppose it must. I did not expect that.
Kind of
Yes.
recast it.
So, I'm not sure if you want to do it this time, but just sort of for the future. I think you can decide to not do your readied action and then thus not trigger, not using the reaction up.
I thought you could decide not to do it, but the act of having declared you're holding one.
I mean,
would
Because I
be
thought
your-
you begin concentrating on doing it.
Yeah, but that's just using your action, right? Like you use your action and you start readying,
Oh,
but
you
then you actually
do
do
lose
an
a
action
spell
when you
slot if
use
it's
your
up.
reaction up. I think so, but we can check it. Let's go with what has already happened. 'Cause it makes no sense.
And yeah, he strikes out, and the second one fails. And he
You unsurprisingly hear a high-pitched shriek from Peep.
and then he withdraws. Top of the round, Pip. It is now you.
Ah! He bit me! He went that way! And he'll point to the wall through which he went. And also say... 18 seconds left! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25... 30. I'll go there, and I will Mind Sliver that guy. Ooh, good roll.
Yeah, dead.
That's all from me.
Highcroft will step forward and make a... Bring this pale blue greatsword that seems to drip with water as he swings it right round in a heavy left to right swing at the ghoul. I believe he has multi. Yep. And then he brings it round and goes overhead. And that's him. Ghoul is going to come back for him. And misses. Obsidian.
We should consider withdrawing from this building at least. Not sure we're able to pin down whatever that is.
just vaguely around himself, not even sure where the creature might be at this point in time. For now, though, focusing his efforts on the one that's left. Sure. Swift crack to the head. Just sort of continues to the doors. Oh, locked. Can I use my second attack on the door?
Yes, if you want.
I would like that. No. Does that hit the door?
It does.
Double ones. Amazing.
It does heavy
15.
damage, but does not manage to splinter it open.
Give them a tap. Sure. Bashes at them then. Are those windows barred? Because it is
All the windows
prison,
are
but...
barred, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. I think I still have movement, so he will just stand next to the door.
Okay. Siri, you're up.
Gonna. What do I do? All dead. Cora, just come a bit closer. If we leave, it may not follow, but just disappear from here. It might have been here guarding something that we need. And how much is Umber? -3.
Mm-hmm.
3 rounds.
Ugh, okay, well, once again, Sarah will just place Cora there and hold an action in case Lord Sanguinar comes for a nibble and can actually be a little bit closer there. So I'm readying an action in case I see Lord Sanguinar.
Okay. Umber 2. Asha.
Yep. I am going to run up. Beep. And just pat him on the back. Just be like, "You good? You good?"
I'm okay. I'm gonna stay out of sight. If I can.
Stay away from the walls. And then I'm gonna back up again a little bit. Just cause if I remember, the Umberhold's gonna pop up there somewhere. That's it for me.
Okay. He is going to go then. There. Okay. End of a round. A figure throws open these doors, pale, covered in blood, seeming panicked.
Which door? Sorry.
The doors to the right. Their eyes lock with you for a moment, Siri. And they seem to just freeze for a moment before they look away and continue running down the corridor to the north.
Oh shit. Oh shit. And I don't see that. Oh, I saw him for a second. If I see him run, I'm gonna look at Sarah and be like, "Don't!"
Okay. Top of a round. Pip.
12 seconds to the Umber Hulk. I suggest you position accordingly. I think I'm going to want to be on the other side of this door. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And for this round, I will dodge again. That's me.
Highcroft takes a step back, holds a great sword, and is like, "In front of here, you say?"
Yeah.
He's going to just clearly is readying to attack should some strange creature immediately and unexpectedly fill the space in front of him. Obsidian.
Glad to see my opinion is as valued as always, he says, standing up next to Sire.
Let me just move these irritating little ghouls.
And will dodge.
Okay. See right. Sure.
You said Threat. Atticus! And she obviously rushes that way.
Damn it.
Do I still... That should be 30 feet even though it's collapsing with a wall. Is it gone? Is he gone? He's gone.
You can't see him, but there was more corridor. You would have remembered. I'll move you back. You would have remembered that there were other entrances and stuff from where you just stood there a minute ago.
From here?
Yeah.
Well, I thought he went that way.
He
Or he went back into the room.
He went north, and you see open doors.
Right, I see. Well, I'm gonna go. So is that the end of my movement?
30, unless you're dashing. Or other echo shenanigans.
I will dash 30 feet here and see Atticus and say like, Atticus, wait! And then Kura will, alarmed by my rushing, just gonna basically go so far that, you know, we're not gonna be separated by our bond is not gonna break. Stupid walls. Is that 30 feet from zero? I can't see with the blackness, but I think it looks more or less fine.
That's 15, 20, 25 to there.
No, well, I want them a little bit closer to the edge.
Sorry, I thought, you meant close enough but he doesn't despawn. Sorry, I thought you meant close. Okay. Okay. Umber Hulk. 6 seconds, the air starts to ripple and shimmer almost like a heat haze. So, I'm right in thinking, is that on your next turn? When it gets back to you, it will end? Yep. You said it's on your turn?
The concentration's currently at 12, so it'll be I have a turn and then it's the next one.
Cool, okay. So when it reaches your turn and a bit, it drops.
Indeed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Asha.
What was the last number that Pip called out?
12 seconds.
I am going to just look at Obsidian and just yell, "Stay here!" And then I'm gonna try and move far away from that thing, and I'm going to cast on myself.
Expeditious retreat.
If I can. There we go.
What are you casting on yourself? Oh.
Why was it question mark?
5. Is it healing or temp HP false life? I can never remember.
It's temp
Temp.
HP.
Temp.
Okay. I'm just temp being blue, but it came up green, which confused me.
That's it for me.
Okay. Atticus is going to step forward, suddenly smirking. You fool! And is going to attack Siri.
Attack roll, roll 24. Shield!
Okay. So that puts you to what, 25 now?
Yeah.
And then he will bite. Oof.
Ooh.
Both fail. Oh, terribly disappointing.
Do not move away. If you move away, I'm gonna hit you.
Are you?
I hear you, coward. Stop dancing around like some sort of...
Oh no, why isn't that working for me? I am trying to do something and it isn't working all of a sudden. Can I add other things to the scene? I can, just not that. All of a sudden. Okay, do I have... I'm trying to do the bat thing, but it suddenly isn't letting me do the bat thing.
No bad thing
Oh,
for
well. The bats.
Yeah, but he does the bats on you both. Let me just quickly jump to another scene and see if I can add the bats to another scene. I can add the bats to another scene. That's weirder. Let me copy. See if I can. Let's see if I can copy paste the actor on. Oh, when I come back, many bats have now appeared. Are they showing for you?
I can't see anything over there.
Do you see many bats, Gija?
Not on me. No,
Okay, now do you see one? On you and Atticus? A swarm of...
Nope.
How strange.
There is no bats to be seen.
Anyway, I've added them to combat, and there is bats at you. I think it's doing something weird about the, about loading the JP2A thing. Anyway, yeah, your comment about staying and fighting, he's like, what did you say to him?
I said stop moving around like a... And then I lost my train of thought.
He smiles. Stop moving around like a...
That's quite cool, dear. Is he moving around? Can I hit him?
No, because he reacted to cast shield.
Ah!
Damn these one reactions.
Ah, painful.
Pip!
6 seconds! Last chance to prepare!
Oh,
And
God, I really
I-
want to go after him.
I'm going to move further away. I am gonna get out a bottle of holy water. I have 1 bottle of holy water. And I'm going to ready my action to cast Catapult. And when it reappears, I'm also going to, after Asher has acted, voluntarily drop concentration. Which requires no action of any kind.
Yeah. And Ben,
But that is
allows you
all.
to still trigger your catapult at that point, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. It's because it's a large swarm and someone doesn't like that it's in here. It's technically clipping upstairs. Either way. There are bats all around you, Siro. And they bite at you, as they did before.
Nope.
Pycroft readies his action to attack with his greatsword when the Umberhulk appears. Obsidian.
You here on your own? Anyone else coming?
And he just looks away from the space in front of where he's unsure for a moment. He's like, I am the first.
Well, looks like you can handle a beast. I have obligations.
God damn it!
He rushes
I
forth.
specifically asked you not to.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
We don't know how to do teamwork. We just don't. Like.
I'm gonna be so mad.
I don't. So
God.
Obsidian, I will warn you.
What the fuck?
I don't
Why are there
know.
2 Cirres?
Indeed, you may wonder that in character and see the Sire next to you and begin to be concerned. However, just in case it dictates what you would do, this space is filled with bats. But for some reason, they're not loaded. So you see Sire stood there, surrounded by a swarm of bats. So I don't know if you'd have gone wading into it or attacking it, but that space, don't know why it isn't showing.
I
That space
mean,
is bats.
we are already mid-dash, so I cannot really attack them at this point on. Seeing all that... Alright, because then I wouldn't be able to attack, so I'm counting on someone attacking me if I rage now. God damn it, rage.
Sire
So
looking
bad.
Sire looking stricken in that shadowy dormitory. He's like, look out! He doubled back!
Sure.
He's in disguise!
Obsidian, not really knowing what exactly is happening, but seeing enemies, knowing that the beast will come back, I guess we'll just use bonus action to put the hammer aflame, and that will be it. I don't think I did that before,
Okay.
so I would have it marked. I'll just check.
Sire.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I have no target, because I don't have any little bats around. I
You
can just
attacking
roll.
the bats around you, are you?
I guess so. I'm
Yep.
gonna say to Obsidian, don't trust it, it's an illusion.
Can I insight any of them?
Don't listen to him!
I'm not a him. But I'm guessing hopefully seeing me attack the bats would... I'm just gonna roll normally.
Yeah, Siri's saying Matt because she knows that you're Sanguinar.
14 against the swarm
14
of bats.
hits.
Any insights Obsidian could gain by those two shouting at him, or is that a no for now?
I will let you make an insight check.
Can I just say that I am...
3-1.
I'm wielding my sword in a very Siri proficient way.
Yeah,
Wow.
so she.
Oh.
Have you been studying her
8.
techniques,
The
Obsidian?
bats are...
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I don't need that.
Oh,
I know
you
where
don't
Shira is.
need that! You fucking don't need that! You know the
Don't
truth.
know that.
You know the truth.
I'm about to get raked on
hits
by...
and that damage actually kills the bats as well. They had... What, you beat their AC by 1 and their HP by 1.
Nice. I suppose we should go and help out. She says slightly sheepishly. Unless you want to. She
Obsidian
nods at.
cannot answer because it is not his turn.
There, you can answer. We've been talking to each other. As like she's kind of called like where is this other Siri? Because I have heard her. Bitch.
I imagine you'd probably a little 5-foot moon space. You probably see that she's just stood in there.
Okay. Do I reach? I think I reach. Okay. Let's. Second attack against Siri. aka Lord Sanguinar. Now, unfortunately,
Hits.
I cannot. Yay, for appeal street, 9 damage, that's great. But you know what? I am going to Divine Smite it. Can I do that after I hit, or do I need to announce it before?
No, I think the whole thing with smite is you can just decide, well, that was good, think I'll add some smite to it. I don't think you have to declare a smite up front.
I mean, yeah, whether it's... You already know you've hit.
That is a stinging blow that Siri sort of looks... She pulls a very un-Siri-like expression for a moment and goes, "Oh, where is Kuratoa?
I'm gonna.
I'll show you a scoundrel."
Does that include the damage that it would do? Doesn't it do extra damage against undead?
I clicked.
Okay.
I clicked.
Cool.
I'm going to action search. Oh, that probably doesn't hit.
That does not hit.
It's 2 attacks, right? If I action search, yeah, it's like a normal attack action.
Yeah, you get your action,
Yes.
your attack action back.
Damn it. Oh, Sentinel use. No. Attack. I'm getting serious reactions. Oh no, crap, sorry. That was, sorry, instead of attack I should have clicked, damage.
Yeah, you attacked again, I think. But anyway,
I don't know what the previous one...
50, so
must have hit.
everything post-action search has missed.
No, because it hit, because it triggered her shield.
I don't know, because it rolled a 15, and the AC is higher than... Oh, did you target yourself, not the other
No. I target the bad guy.
You definitely didn't, because it isn't... I can see on here, it's matched it
Action
against...
surge probably made you self-target.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so I didn't hit anyway.
No.
Stupid.
No, the first one missed. In fact, no, both missed. Yeah, 15 doesn't hit, 12 doesn't hit.
Now, because action surge is a special and not a bonus action, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to summon Cora to be next to me
Okay.
So
as a bonus action.
I'm not sure if it quite got to you, Harrison, because the second roll, the one that shows us 12 right now, it was a 20 before, and then she clicked it again as attack from the card, so it overrode that number.
Which is why I triggered shield. Which is why I triggered like a reaction
Because
to
you
like
hit-
react.
Because you hit your own 20. Okay, sure.
Yes.
Roll damage then.
Yay! So it's a D8. I can I click
Thank you for
something?
making sense of that, Mr. Death.
D8
course.
plus 7. Whee! 14.
Oof. Yeah. Big hit. And Siri sort of gasps. It's like, "You'll never defeat me, villain. I was trained by Elias and Vandren. And all of
Your
the other
accent.
and all of the other Gladstones and all of that."
Your accent work is terrible.
Anything else from you?
No, I don't have anything else.
Mm,
Oh, wait.
Umber Hulk is imminent. Asha.
Okay, I know Pip has been counting down. I am going to hold my action for if a threat presents itself. I'm gonna go,
And do a casting of
Yeah, Regal Blast, but I'm gonna go hide amongst these barrels while also shouting down at them, "We need you back here!"
So
Is it
remind me,
done?
with held actions, do you get the multiple, or do you get to do one? I don't remember. Just one, isn't it?
I think with so
It's a
Eldritch
cantrip.
Blast or Regal Blast is not extra attack.
It's
That's just
the
you cast a
attack is
spell,
multiple,
so
yeah.
you get all of them. But if you hold an attack, you get one.
Yeah. Well, are you
If
dropping
the
it now?
NPC has multi-attack, that's different. The wording of extra attack says if you're attacking on your turn, you can make another
So
attack.
he will get to do both of his multis.
Yes, traditionally at least.
So are you dropping now?
If Asher is finished, I am dropping concentration.
Boom! Bursts back into reality. Asher, Pip, Highcroft, make your held attacks against the Umber Hulk.
I'm not gonna move him back from dude.
Yeah, imagine that. Fucking hell.
So, does this count as a fiend or undead?
It's absolutely not that.
Okay.
Oh my god, does he miss both? He missed both. Isn't exactly where he thinks it's gonna be. Holy shit! It is.
I got a crit.
is, in a bad. Oh, you got a crit.
On one of mine, yeah.
Yeah, there's just this from both sides, holy water and these regal blasts go. It is. Oh, sorry, there's more damage to come, is there?
I didn't roll it yet.
Oh,
It
shit.
needs to do a save.
That was just me.
Okay.
And my crit.
It's normal. It's a 2. You, as it comes in, you. I don't think it had taken damage before it
It
went
had.
in.
That was, to be fair, it was a very high roll from me, and
What
it's weak
was-
to radiant,
And I critted.
presumably.
What was the damage spread that just happened? It must. I can't remember, but it must have damage before. So 28. It failed its undead fortitude. 14 and 14. Oh my god, you. Yeah. It is. Oh, well, that's my fun ruined. Yeah, the Umber Hulk is just.
Have you not been having enough fun with Atticus?
The Umber Hulk is just deleted as it comes in. Yeah. Fuck a duck. Okay.
Calculated.
Go team. See, you know,
Lord,
splitting the team is always a good call.
Lord Sanguinar's turn. Don't worry. I'll snap you out of it. And is going to attack Sire.
Where is this?
A 22.
Now, what's really funny is that it's triggering Sentinel from Cora. Is this a thing? Because it feels really exploity. Okay, fine. Hits.
Just leaps past your guard and just sinks the teeth in, and you just feel this horrible wrench that feels more like a chunk of flesh being taken rather than exsanguination. Yeah, and he looks revitalized. Let me have a look. Let me just see how much is it. It is the full amount. Jesus.
The full amount! Fuck me. That's like legitimately a whole turn and action turn search for me.
And then he will strike with his claws at you.
Oh, dear.
26.
Nope. Yep. What? That's a lot of dice!
So as you just stagger from this bite, he rakes these claws across and goes, "Oh, sister, you never could keep up." And then he is going to move away from you.
I will hit him with my blade.
You will
Actually, you know what? I
try.
think it's I think it's probably Cora who tries to hit them with their blade.
Okay.
Nope. Nope. We're both. That's a shame because they could have not moved. Oh dear. Oh, there's a fucking wall, mate. That would have been so
Yeah.
cool if it had hit.
Yep.
So, just as surprised as anyone, Pip is gonna
But it just fucking...
instead move forward when he thought the opposite would be true. It's okay. We got the Umber Hulk. I can't see anything from there. I'm wary of using a dash, so I will
respond to you and just say, she ran after Atticus. Just because I don't know if Pip was up to date.
I don't
with
think
that.
Pip was actually...
Yes.
Existential.
I'm not dashing anywhere, so I'm gonna ready a Mind Sliver for if enemies abound.
Highcroft looks to you, Pip, and is like, it sounds like I'm needed, but I don't wish to leave you unattended.
I'll be fine. The vampire is what we must get.
Here. As he goes past, he will throw to you one potion of superior healing.
Shit. Dude's stacked.
Sway! She says so with a very small voice.
Oh, it's no longer doing nice smooth token ease. Yeah, he bursts in and sees Siri looking bad. The vampire!
With like half exsanguinated, Theric barely nods. Through the wall!
Which one?
She nods towards the east. This one.
That's his movement. No, that's his movement. Obsidian. We are classing this guy as an ally in terms... Yeah, you're able to squeeze through. What from you, Obsidian?
Oh, sorry. Obsidian will just rush in front of Sire and prepare an attack grapple, I guess, for if Sanguinar comes into reach in any way.
Siri.
I would like to down a potion. Where are you? Potion of healing. Usability. Healing. Did we say we don't need to roll?
If you're,
When it's
if
an
you're
action?
spending an action to drink it yourself, you just take the full. The max.
Oof, I don't know if that's better than taking a dodge action, you know? But yeah, no, I'll take the max. Which is how much?
10, right?
Mm-hmm.
2d4 plus 2.
10.
4 plus
Fuck
4
me.
plus 2.
We need some better healing potions, mate.
Okay. Anything else for Masha?
What?
Sorry, anything for Masha?
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at him and be like, we should follow him. And I'm gonna run up after him.
I suppose, unless, sorry, you could have wanted to move after potioning, sorry, Siri. Did you want to, or are you staying planted?
No, I'm staying.
Move in front of Obsidian. He's like, "Ah!" Okay, so you're moving to follow Masha.
Hold on, maybe I'll move Cora here, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just moving to follow him. I don't really have anything else that I can do right now. I don't see any enemies, and I don't see anyone else really.
Okay. Siré steps through a wall and then just sees Obsidian. It's like, oh! You say you ready in an attack action, were you? You're muted for me now.
A grapple, so that would be athletics against athletics or acrobatics, whatever they choose. Fortunately, cannot rage before I do this, so that's rough, buddy, on the roll. Oh my!
So he comes to the wall, and then you just, you throw your arms around him, or however you want to style it. But he is still able to act. So
it's an awkward hug.
Is that the voice is different? Oh, oh, hey, unhand me! And then is going to attack Obsidian.
Well, he could just try to break the grapple.
I will sentinel that shit.
Holy, our positioning is immaculate, you see.
Are you making a sentinel attack?
Yes. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to do it after he'd finished. Net 20 from the from Kura. Come on, roll high.
Don't suppose he's got any smites left, right?
No, I only have one because the DM was not just gave me the one, but maybe I can get more soon.
You hit for 17, almost managing to undo the damage he healed from the feast he had on you. And then for his speed is now 0, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means
travel. He can't.
It's extra 0.
So he can't even. Okay. And then what was it? He made a shadow strike, so he will now try and bite Obsidian as you are locked in this embrace.
Okay.
Misses. Okay. Let me just check something.
So happy.
No,
It's
that
not you.
makes no sense. That makes no sense for him to do. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. For his bonus, the area fills with bats. The bats are broken. So forget the bats. Just causing family problems. Okay, Pip.
Well, Pip is miles away. Not mentally, but physically. Okay. From here, I still can't see anything. I don't see any bats from here, right?
No, I've undone the bats.
Okay, well then I guess I'll use
my... They're causing
my...
odd performance issues, but they were not last week.
That's as far as I can move, and I will... ready another cantrip, and that's it.
Weirdly, a good old chat log purge really helped. Okay. Highcroft is going to 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash. 35, 40. Get round. Obsidian.
Obsidian, I believe, unfortunately cannot really maul. Because one hand to hold on. And we want to keep it that way, so I think we'll just sort of let go of the maul and just reach for a hand axe quickly. And just... Oh, right. We'll definitely now focus on the hold. Trying to keep that going. That's a lovely effect. And we'll go for hand axe attacks. I think regular Seems that the enemy is capable of missing, so we will try to keep that happening. And crits aren't as valuable on hand axes. 2 strikes hit though.
Oh, Et2 Obsidian? I thought we were pals. I thought we were best of friends on all sorts of adventures.
Gonna turn into smoke.
Poultry tricks. And that's... Oh wait, actually, I think I can move with him. Can I not?
At half speed, yeah.
Yeah, so I will just bring him a little bit more into the room, I think. Not much else that would be useful, I don't think. Wait, do I want it this way? Because that allows him to attack Sirei, so probably... Although Sirei will probably close the distance anyway, knowing Sirei. No, wait, you do not need to. Okay, so I will actually keep him there. Sorry. Because, yeah, Sirei doesn't have to be next to him. That will be it.
There is very much not in any position to close the distance. God damn it, the screen's gone black. Like, oh, there we go. Okay. It actually takes a small step back as Cora kind of comes in and flanks this way just to make sure that there's no area this thing can go. And going to unleash some attacks. Trying to not pierce Obsidian. First one does not hit. Second one does not hit, but I will unleash Incarnation for one more attack. 20?
20 hits.
Finally, Cora finds purchase, a little opening, and stabs Lord Sanguinar. But that's it.
So you don't wish for me to tell you where Elias is? You kill me and you'll never know. I know where all the firebrands are in Athkatla.
I am not falling for the poultry tricks. Again.
Instead of just repeating what you hear somebody else say, think for yourself. Elias was deep in Sendax's council. Kill me and that information dies. Asha.
Still don't know where anyone is. I'm gonna step up one. Oh, there they are! Can I vibe what's fucking going on in there?
Yeah, Obsidian has Siri in a headlock. As Siri shouts, "Get him!" Yeah,
basically.
one Siri is clearly the subject of everyone's aggression.
Okay.
So funny if you should tap the other one.
If it's a headlock, then yeah. And then I'll do another one. Oh, it's Lord Sanguinar. I thought it was Atticus this whole time.
It was and then changed.
Listen, I thought Atticus was actually here and had learned some new tricks, and that Sanguinar has been popping in this whole time. Because I couldn't see anything that was going on. I was trying to piece together what I was hearing.
You've had a long day.
Cool. And then,
So Lord Sanguinar's a baddie.
Just on a trip, man.
Yeah, she's still in that outhouse at level 4.
Cool.
Anything else from you?
No? Wait, yes. There it is. Why isn't it in my favorites anymore? I'll just use healing. It's 2, 6, right?
Whilst Asher's casting his spells, Sirif will finally think of a combat and go like,
No.
"We do not parley with the undead."
I feel like that should be less 1d6.
Less 1d6? You healed her for 1d6 plus, well, so that was 3d6 healing you just did.
Yeah, it should have only been 2d6.
Okay, I will remove the last dice, which is 3 HP. So I've taken 3 HP from Siri.
Yeah.
Anything else from you?
No, that's it for me. I'm gonna just stay right here.
Okay. Lord Siri Gunnar is continuing to be grappled by Obsidian. Tries to get the teeth in for nourishment. You're not reckless, are you?
No, I am not.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, this is terribly inconvenient, he says with Siri's voice. And suddenly, your arms clasp together as he Misty steps out of them. And he will... Well, Siri just runs at you, Asher, and slashes out with her claws. Don't know why we're still targeting Obsidian.
Please,
Actually,
no.
Your AC has gotten to 19. How did we manage that?
I'm a badass. I've got a cloak of protection and a shield.
You've got a cloak of protection. Yeah, and Siri will start off a look. That's
Wait, did Siri actually hit me, or was it a miss?
No, it missed. Because your AC is 19.
Oh my god, can I try an opportunity attack?
Absolutely you can. You haven't reacted yet, have you?
It'll be
Go for it.
It's gonna be the thing
But with
again.
You can react if that's the enemy.
Oh, because you were holding a cantrip, weren't you? So yeah, hand axe completely misses. What cantrip are you doing? Oh no. What
it would
you're
be
gonna do?
the Mind Sliver.
Have it. Oh, okay. I was like, motherfucker.
I would
this
love
guy
to
has
change
chill,
and say-
This guy has fucking chill touch.
I do have chill touch.
For future.
But no, I would have readied a Mind Sliver. And to be fair, seeing Siri come out of the room, I initially wouldn't. But if Ash is fighting, I'm fighting.
I appreciate the ride or die.
And you know,
never
if
turn
they
evil.
fail, then it's 3 whole damage. So it's important to find out. Oh, I worked. Sick.
Uh-oh. So remind me, what's he now doing? Oh yeah, minus 1d4. It isn't the other one. Okay.
Yep.
Save.
Just for the save.
Okay, top of a round. Pip, you're up.
Oh, it's me. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Also, I think you forgot about the bat, by the way, at some
didn't.
point.
I said a
Okay.
couple of times, but I left the back.
That's okay, that's fine.
Yeah, top of a round.
5,
Pip.
10, 15. Do we pursue this one?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for the other one.
Did he just change in front of my eyes?
Yes.
Holy shit. Well, that's pretty sus. I've never seen our Ray turn into Atticus, so I'm gonna cast Mind Whip. Flagellum Mentis!
So weird.
Utilizing my minus 1d4 on the save. Which I think should be automatic.
It is automatic. The mind
Cool.
is whipped.
Get whipped.
What does that do?
It
Action or bonus or movement.
Yes. So theoretically slows him down a lot. And now I'm gonna stay No, I'm not going to stay there, because he could come back at me. Although, if he did... Fuck it, I'm going to stay there. That's all from me.
Give him a dash, be ready to attack if needed. Obsidian.
Alright, Obsidian will rush outside, grabbing the maul as he goes. Lovely. Sure, yeah. Let's... Oh, actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, great. And yeah, we'll go for reckless attacks with the maul with fire, this one. And also +2. Wait, no, not to attack. Advantageous. That hits. +2, +4. I think it's counted. Good. Normal. Oh, he... this boyo is ready to... Oh no, because he... Okay. Doesn't matter then. I will push him in, I think, a little bit more. Cannot really... Just to position myself better so that then someone else can come in and get in direct contact. Thus, striking again. Alright. With a normal again. 2 blows and a bite. Would be on strike advantageous. Who can play at this game?
As the jaws close in, tell me how you kill him.
Obsidian winning a bite battle with a vampire. That's cool. Sure. I mean, it's just been too heavy slams throwing his body around, so then I guess Obsidian will just indeed go for a direct bite. Probably at the neck, just sort of taking inspiration from the vampire. Getting a good mouthful, ripping and tearing through bone and sinew.
As you begin to tear through,
flesh, sinew, and bone.
The flesh just collapses to mist.
Mm.
And the robes and tunic crumple to the floor as the mist just seeps through the planks and the gaps. And we will end combat, and we will take 10 minutes before we pick back up. It is 10 past, reassemble at 20 past for consequences. Sanguinar crumples to the floor.
And dissipates, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go in and slap Siri. No, I'm gonna tap you on the arm and heal you up a little bit.
And say, what did I say?
I mean, a little bit. I'm just gonna give her a look and just kind of like, what is the point? I think we need to like search this place still. There's no way that guy was here for no reason.
For what it's worth, I am sorry.
Yep. So then we'll look at the night.
How do we kill this? How do we kill this thing properly?
Obsidian.
Have we met before? Have you heard of me specifically?
I have been given your account.
Right. Do you know how to kill that thing properly?
Yes, natural light, which has been somewhat deliberately removed from this place, it would seem.
Mm-hmm.
Or a stake for the heart in its resting place. I feel I was shortly on your heel when you arrived. Have you identified the creature's resting place?
No.
My understanding is they have overcome this place somewhat recently, yes?
Yeah.
Then we can assume it is unlikely to be here.
Yeah, but there might be something else here.
Agreed.
Oh yeah? What do you think, sir?
Sorry, who are you? Your help has been very gratefully
Mhm.
received, but
Highcroft of the Azure Court. I was dispatched here following your call for aid.
The beacon.
So I believe. I'm
Well,
sorry I could not
beginning
get
of
here
the time.
sooner. I was unable to be teleported directly into town.
Yeah.
We
that's to
faced
do
that
with
problem
the
also.
thing above.
Are you I'm just gonna do you have a friend that's a dragon?
Love all the ways to phrase that question.
Well, it's like, I don't want to assume, but it's like you're not.
I serve Lady Azuria, if
Yeah,
that is
okay.
what you're asking.
Yeah, alright. Cool. We have a dragon friend as well.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm Asher Basher. It's a pleasure to meet you, Highcroft. But I really do kind of want to take a look around this place because I really think that guy was here for something. All right. Can I just wander around and look through things? This room seems empty and like there hasn't been much activity.
You mean his clothes?
What? No, I'm looking
Yeah.
through rooms.
Definitely looks like the clothes, though.
Are there clothes? I thought he turned into mist and went away.
No, yeah.
I gave
He did.
multiple descriptions of his clothes and robes falling to the floor, Luca.
All right. This is what
Been a
I
long
get
day.
for not sleeping.
Fucking hell.
Sorry. I did not sleep last night. Yeah, sorry. When I asked, he dissipated though, right? That was me asking.
Yeah.
He went poof. I didn't realize.
Because I said, and all his stuff fell to the floor. And then you said, but he dissipated, right?
Right, yeah.
To which I said yes. To which
Yeah.
you said, delete all previous knowledge.
Correct. Okay.
So, there's only one singular inside breast robe of his tunic. There is a small hip flask and a iron key.
Who's doing the looking? Sarah, are you doing the looking?
You're doing the looking, love.
Okay, I am absolutely cautiously opening that hip flask and taking a sniff.
There is an irony, ferrous smell that comes from within.
I mean, I am gonna take a little, little sip just to confirm.
Cool. Make me Constitution save, please.
Yep. That's just what my character would do.
You are confident it is cold blood.
Cold. Okay. Yep. I will tuck that away. You never know.
Never know. I'm sure that's an alchemical reactor.
Cool. And the iron key I'll just hold up to everyone else. I'm assuming a jail cell somewhere, right? Or a big door.
Let's check. I think I saw the corpse of the elder man in the cage where the undead were.
Well,
DM, have we established that? Oh no, sorry. I was gonna say, is this a 1-level thing? But it's not. It's a 2-level thing.
we
I have
saw
seen the
s-
stairs.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
a bunch of other doors. GM, I am going to be looking in the rooms to see if there's activity or any sign of cell or whatever.
Well, any sign of what, sorry?
Cell, door, signs of, the undead have been in here working on something, or, oh, hey, they're building
Yeah, a lot of
plinth.
rooms are messy and, like, not as trashed as, like, the warden's house was, but clearly messy undead ghouls have been lurking around some of his rooms, but you don't see anything that leads to, like, greater purpose. Like, you can see into this canteen or this dining hall, and it's mostly undisturbed.
Yeah. Coming to this point, I'll look at Obsidian and be like, you checked behind that door yet?
I believe those are locked, but I was waiting for DM to get back to it.
Why is that particular soundboard playing? It should not be.
Yeah, fair enough. DM,
Yes?
sorry, very quick and petty question. Is there food here?
There is. It looks like it was... A meal was part way through being prepared, but looks to be slightly stale now.
Can I pack some sort of sack of some sort of perishable, still edible goods
Yeah,
for the
you
children?
can get some dry meat and a couple of loaves of, like, 1-day stale bread.
Cool. For the kids back at the place.
Does my key work on this door in front of Obsidian?
No.
Is it locked?
Your key...
Does my mole?
So these doors seem to be quite heavy, quite heavy duty, because this is a prison.
Right.
The key that you have does not look to be of the same sturdiness. It is a finer key.
Okay.
I think you would be confident that it is not from, like, a security door or a cell.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can open it if you want me to.
Well,
It's
how
maybe-
resistant
it's
to
maybe
breakage
worth
are
it.
they?
I'm gonna keep moving on though. I don't know what this key is for, but I don't think it's for that door. Is this door locked?
It is.
Alright. Well, they are working on that. Do I remember if there were other doors in the front room?
Do any of you have keen mind? I can never remember. Doesn't Pip have
I'm
keen
just
mind?
gonna pop back
No.
there then, really quick.
I'm gonna cast knock here.
You do see another door off on the other side of the share in the grand area.
I will step back saying, there's also another door on the other side of the front room.
Well, luckily I can cast door knock with a bunch of stuff.
To be thorough, I'm just gonna step upstairs really quick.
And she is really quick.
I am so quick. I'm running around like a jittery little squirrel.
You find a whole other landing and floor.
Yeah. Listening at the door, I will attempt to open it. If I don't hear ghouls on the other side.
Perception check.
Absolutely.
You hear so many ghouls on the other side. After it takes a few seconds of listening, but they seem to smell the sudden presence of living flesh, and it starts to rise up to, it sounds like there is quite a crowd. Not immediately on the other side of a door, but definitely beyond it.
Cool. Popping my head down the stairs, I'm just gonna message the other two rather than yelling right outside this door. In turn, that there's a shit ton of ghouls up here behind this door. So don't open this door. And then I'm gonna go over here and do the same thing at this other door.
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Man, that almost was a 20.
Nothing but silence.
Silence?
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously you hear the other shit from back behind you, but you hear nothing through this door.
Yep.
A small room with a curtain running along the far wall.
Anything look...
What is with Gigi's face? Are people doing shit downstairs while I'm tabbed upstairs?
No. I just typed something, but we can talk about it later.
Okay. So yeah, you see a curtain along the wall?
Yeah, I'm just checking this room for anything weird. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. DM, can you move me?
Move you where?
Let me reload.
Okay, while she's reloading, as she's walking around
You're
upstairs.
casting knock on many a door.
Oh!
Siri is casting knock on that door, and Obsidian is casting his own version of knock on this door.
Oh, okay. So Siri is making a 300-foot audible sound.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to point out now that I've warned everyone there were a whole bunch of ghouls upstairs.
I mean,
they're
we've been doing a
caged.
lot of fighting, and I feel like most of that would have been audible within 300 feet.
300 feet. Okay.
It's okay. We can gather people. Come. Please. Why are we hiding?
A 300-foot blast echoes around. Meanwhile, so upstairs... Oh, you're no longer in the... Man, I sometimes need you guys to remember that I passed the spotlight to each of you, and we can't be running around doing separate video game shit. Ash is back downstairs now.
Sorry, I thought
you were-
you said there was nothing up there.
No, I said there was a curtain across the room, and then you reloaded, but now you're back downstairs.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
I'm trying to do meanwhile stuff. Meanwhile has to happen separately.
Yep.
So you've come back down from
No,
there.
I'll remain up there. I apologize.
So you're back up there.
I will
Okay.
go back up there.
So right, so Obsidian, make your attack for me on that door, please. 15 hits. They have 15 HP. Oh. This door, unlike the other, is smashed open. And you see a small, simple chamber with a staircase in stone leading down. Siri, you blast your door open and find a large training room / barracks armory and a large stone staircase leading up. Asher,
Okay.
you have a curtain running across the room that you're in and silence from beyond it.
Yeah, okay. I will check it out.
Poking your head through, you find a room with another curtain, a single chair set up where somebody has clearly had a very bad and bloody time and are now lying dead on the floor. You recognise the figure as being a warden. They appear to have gone through it.
Okay, and they're absolutely dead.
They are definitely dead. Not much of them remains inside them.
Ew.
And they're even without a medicine check, they are pale enough that this clearly happened within the last, about 24 hours ago, maybe.
Okay. Cool. I will check the body, not expecting to find anything. What is this weird lump of fabric?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if Mr. Death can remember. It might be the same sort of curtain material that lines the rest of the room, just in a pile.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything on the body?
No.
Okay. Rest of the room is chill?
Yeah.
Alright. I will start heading back downstairs.
Okay, so yeah, Obsidian and Sire have opened separate chambers.
This is a pretty large chamber leading up.
This one's fairly small, but it leads down.
Okay, I suggest we stick together.
Now she thinks.
Now that I'm near the night guy, just a warning, there are quite a lot of undead upstairs locked away in a room. The door is shut for now, but yeah.
Good to know.
Before we move on, 1 second. And Sira is going to go and check on the corpse. I think it's the corpse. You did describe him as very dead.
Mm-hmm.
Of the Elderman. Why is this guy so small?
Just grabbed the token, popped it in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he does not appear to have been bitten, but has many weapon wounds. It would seem that perhaps the turned guards, it would seem, set upon him, as opposed to Sangrenar.
Does he have anything inside him?
No, he's basically been stripped down to almost small clothes. He was clearly treated as a prisoner for what little time he was alive here.
Not that I would keep it. Just wanted to know. Maybe there's information.
Alright, up or down first? We also maybe have another door from the front room. I'm looking at Obsidian when I say this. And Pip, I guess.
He is handsome.
I was under the impression that we are looking to go underground.
I don't know. If that's where we're heading, then I'm gonna check that other room first before we descend. So, okay.
Fine.
I'm gonna walk that way.
Are we expecting more of the Order to show up?
Once the situation has been made sense of, yes, I know the rest are on their way on foot or by other means, and Lady Azuria will be joining us forthwith.
Alright. Is it unlocked?
It is a locked door.
Alright, I will gesture to Siri. Do you think you can pick it?
I'll try to pick it. I'd like to try to pick it first, just to... Huh?
That's the knock.
Nah, I kind of want to see if I can. I want to see if I can pick it. I want to get better at this. The passkey to pick it with a sleight of hand. Is it?
Think so. Have a look. It can be.
Nope.
Oh no, it doesn't work. The passkey itself doesn't work as thieves' tools.
It's a skeleton key.
It's either a sword or the knock spell.
This is a key.
You know any key doesn't open any door, right?
Well, not with that attitude. I will knock it.
Yeah. Big boom goes out. Door flings open into what looks like it has been a comfortable office in the past. Most of the contents of this desk have been swept very unceremoniously onto the floor. But there are, resting on it, an empty goblet, a small red book, and a piece of what looks to be leather or hide folded over and tied with a red ribbon.
Folded over the book?
Folded over on itself, folded in half.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna open that.
The book or the letter?
The flesh letter, yeah.
The flesh letter. Delightful. I will reveal my flesh letter. If you'd like to read it out for viewers.
Flayed letter. A message that appears to have been burned into a flayed sheet of human skin. Small hairs are still visible on the back of the page, and capillaries peek out from between some of the words. The writing is harsh and jagged. Valdis, even I can tire of waiting. My patience draws thin. Locate the pillar stone fragment and bring it to me immediately at the tower. If your dallying causes Kurogalzu to secure his half first, you will regret it. Sendax will see that I am the only choice to entrust with the material plane. The letter bears no sign-off. I will read that aloud for the others. And then I will check out the red book. New lore revealed. Skin-bound tome! This appears to be a journal written by Lord Sanguinar. Aw, he keeps a diary. While mostly blank, several pertinent paragraphs jump out at you. The dreadful Blue and her cutthroats have finally stopped hurrying us and withdrew rather abruptly from our rear. I am unsure why they took so few losses after all. The master appears relieved. He says that it is because we can now take the time to raise a larger host as we travel, but I am unsure. He seemed almost afraid of them. Unlikely, I know. As the only other crystalline dragon, does that make her kin to Sendax or even more of a rival to his claim? How did we pronounce this again? Iodex has discerned that the fragment is likely concealed beneath the town's prison house, judging by the rather heavy-handed wording within the crypt we were led to by the would-be knights and their world hopper. Oh, you know what? I have identified the custodian of the prison and have dispatched him to fetch the fellow. My dialect coaching once more will dazzle front and center. The Iodex is dead, blew himself up as usual, though the master does not appear to be rushing to bring him back. Has he finally fallen out of favor, or is the master just distracted by the presence of so much life energy? The master communed with Sendax for several hours, which seemed to entirely be spent on the subject of the World Hopper. Although I was not privy to the specifics, the master says he now understands why they are so valuable. Sendax has decreed that the Scaled One can be killed, and the World Hopper, if unavoidable, but the Celestial Touch too, are to be delivered to the Gleaming Reef alive. Oops. Cyril Mady, at your service. It is such a delight. Oh no, he's been in character in his diary. What a tool. There is such a thrill to wearing another man's skin. Feeling this innermost wants and desires and being in control of his every move. This is such a simple way to avoid undue attention whilst we excavate the lower level, and I get to have such fun in the process. I've already turned away guests. The would-be knights, would you believe? What theater? Oh my god. I can't tell if I love him or hate him. I will hand the book to Sarah because I know she's into that shit.
As in, like, the skin?
No, not
She's into the feel of
skin,
another man's
into like
skin.
the lore and stuff. She is usually the one going through all the books and stuff. So I will skim that and hand it to her. And then turn to the others and be like, looks like down we go. And I will start to head back to Obsidian if there is nothing else that looks like it might take this key.
Looking at the key, maybe you have a moment of madness and try it, but you found that it fits the door to this room.
Okay.
But instead, you're like, boom!
I will keep that to myself.
If there are in fact any chests or books or whatever, I would have a glance at both the chest and any titles.
The other documentation in here is entirely mundane: prisoner transcripts and, guard shift rota planning and payment amount and pension contributions and things like that. A very mundane, a wealth of mundane, unremarkable infrastructure paperwork. There is a chest in here, though, over near the fireplace. It contains a rather formal-looking guard's uniform, one that's probably a bit more ceremonial than day-to-day, and a gold brooch with a symbol you recognise as from a few buildings as being like the crest of the town. That looks like it's probably worth a few bob.
Dead?
Pardon?
Is the mayor dead?
Mm-hmm.
The mayor is dead.
Mayor's very dead, yeah.
Now who's in charge of the town?
The Lich.
We are.
I leave the item.
We just have to find the deed to the town.
I have debts.
You have
Whose
debts.
fault is that?
The freaking rust things.
We've got money.
Not enough.
I don't know if you saw, DM, but upon coming back to Obsidian, while they were still in the room, I would have relayed the information.
Mhm.
Okay. I just noticed Mr. Death's thing about quick cut to an alderman's house.
Looks like rain.
Yeah, sorry, I've just saw your thing about the diary for exactly this reason.
Oh, do you mean the copy paste? None that monkey's done it.
I
But,
screenshot
if you-
it. But
if
if
you
you got
wanna
text,
put it-
that's good.
Yeah. Do we not want to check what's up these stairs?
Well, if that's an external courtyard, I imagine it goes to the walls or something.
Up to the watchtower thing, if you remember. There was one above the building.
Tyrion's just gonna do her cardio. Oh, there's a wall. Oh no, there's not a wall. Is there a wall?
Did we not just decide we are not splitting
fine.
up?
Okay,
And we are going downstairs.
I can't move anywhere. There's an invisible wall. There's so many walls everywhere. Oh my god.
I can't even see where she is. Oh, because you went up the stairs, so you elevated yourself, and then you walked back. So yeah, you're basically floating above the doorways of this room now, which is why you saw no doors. I have corrected you.
The trials of Azuma never end.
Tell me about it. I have 2 tokens to control, and they both keep crashing into walls.
Much of the letter's meaning was lost on me. What is the pillar stone on the gleaming reef?
I actually don't know. I do know that the pillar stone is probably the thing that we're looking for. that's supposed to help us against Sendax. However,
Kurogalzu is your brother's new benefactor, is it not?
So it would seem.
Yeah. All I know is that if they want it, we don't want them to have it.
Agreed.
So, either way, we should try and get it. And if everyone is looking like they're coming too, she's gonna start heading downstairs. Oh, Obsidian's already here. Good. Alright.
Yeah.
Do I hear anything behind this door?
Make me a perception check, and yes, you do.
I get. No, never mind. Yep. Right.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You hear the sound of ghouls. Well, the undead.
I will look back at the party and just be like, sounds like more ghouls.
It's
So-
probably been 10 minutes, so I wouldn't have Shield of Faith
I was
anymore. would I?
literally on my way to cancel.
I still have Expeditious.
Should you? I
That
can't
shit
remember how long it
lasts
lasts.
for like ever.
Cool.
I will back up to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, I would also say, sorry, you would see that on this wall, far away from the door, there is a mounted wooden board that has a number of pegs and large bunches of keys on.
In any
Let's.
particular order? Are they numbered?
Absolutely, they are not. They are just in big, ridiculous bunches.
Okay. Cool.
I think if
They are narratively disorganized. I'm not going to make you all sit there going through your 20
Right,
keys.
Is it this one?
I can imagine the door beyond us holds the pens with the prisoners, even if they've been turned down. I don't know if they will harm us if they're still in their cells.
I don't know if there's anyone actually alive beyond that door. In fact, GM, could I do something really quick? I am going to just tell everyone to stand back a little bit. Hey, can you guys nudge up the stairs for just a second?
Yep.
For just a second, Obsidian. And I'm going to take that flask out and pour it at the base crack of this door, and then just wait as
What flask?
the flask of blood that I
Oh, okay.
and pour it at the bottom of the door.
Okay.
I assume it's not like airtight sealed.
Correct.
And then just wait for the sounds of the ghouls to get a little louder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gets agitated.
Cool. And urging everyone very strongly to back up. I'm gonna just start glowing. Holding myself right up against the door.
Okay. Yeah, you feel a blast of radiant energy leave you.
Okay. Did it seem to make any louder sounds?
No. It does not.
Alright. Well, it was worth a try. I figured I'd try and fry some from, beyond the door. But I don't know if it worked.
I think they might still be in their cells.
Alright.
I can send Curatoro if that would make it easier.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, Obsidian will start trying keys.
Yeah, you very quickly identify the correct one.
Okay. I will send Kura in and become blind and deaf.
These are clearly like solitary type cells. There are no bars. There are shutters, but they are they are closed. A little food trap shutters, and there is a single blue brazier just burning in the middle of the hallway.
Do they have little window?
So you're moving with Cora. Are you?
Yeah, because I saw that there's no ghouls on the room, so I'm kind of now moving with Cora. I snapped out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If there is like a little slit,
Yeah.
I will open a little slit. If there's a slit.
Bang! There's like a zombie on the inside in tatters trying to get to you, but can't get its hand even through the thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
Big nope on that.
Yeah, there's another doorway at the end that is not locked and opens into a larger corridor. Asher, as you step into the corridor, you suddenly feel sluggish and heavy for a moment as the magic that has been keeping you expeditious just suddenly snuffs out.
Oof.
But Kura is not magic.
If Pip, I'm gonna turn around really quick. Stop!
He stepped in. He stepped in.
If I step out again, does it come back or no?
It does not.
Fuck you.
This is what you were trying to establish. This is the first thing you asked when you heard about it at the time, wasn't it? And the Elderman was like, "I ain't a fucking wizard. I don't know."
Oh god
Cool.
damn.
I'm gonna come up and look at this brazier thing. Because the guy talked about it.
Mm-hmm. So there's a metal fitting, but the flame seems to come out of the stone itself and has a strange shimmering aura around it.
Mm-hmm. Can I cast Shatter on it? No,
Yeah,
I can't.
you
No, I
perform the
fucking can't.
incantation and
No, do not.
I'm not that
And
stupid.
nothing happens.
No, I'm not that actual dumb. I'm gonna pull out my hand axe and try and hit it.
hit what? The flame?
The brazier. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and
Wait.
break it.
Are you sure you want to break it? What if it's what's holding this pens closed?
Would
Why do you want to break
keys
it?
be holding it closed.
Why do you want to break it?
Because I can't. It makes it so I can't do any sort of magic.
Do you need to cast magic right now?
Ooh, not right this second, but like that's not great that exists right here next to all these pens of ghouls.
As you're talking, Highcroft opens a shutter, gets his greatsword, and just in the first one, and then goes along to the next one as you're talking, and just seems to start systematically baiting and then killing these undead through the feeding slit.
You like this guy?
Pip is going to make sure he has equipped the dagger, and he's going to be effectively permanently dodging, holding a dagger in both hands, looking very scared.
I mean, by all means, destroy it. I just
I mean, if you don't want me to, I don't have to. I figured it would be better if there's not anything that's ruining magic abilities for me or Pip.
Depends what's down here, I guess.
Yeah.
whatever makes you more comfortable. I was just thinking, is there a way of turning it off?
I don't know.
Pip investigates with his magical knowledge.
Make me an Arcana check.
I just feel like we're just ruining this town's prison.
It is
Oh, there's
clearly
hardly anyone left.
it is clearly magical, but it does not offer any immediate clue with your knowledge on how you might be able to. There's none of the usual. There's no switches or like shutters to conceal or stop of a flame. No runes that read or that provide immediate information on how to disable it. But you're also intelligent enough to know that we probably don't want this to be easy to disable in a prison setting.
I couldn't immediately see anything, and I'm afraid I don't have enough of the weave left in me to cast the spell magic.
I'm just thinking that this is probably a security feature for the prison, and I'm not sure how.
Obsidian, the corridor you're currently in, you notice compared to the one you just stood in, has a huge amount of loose dirt and like damage along the walls and the floor, like something very big and clumsy and destructive has passed through this corridor.
Like a number hole?
Like an Umber Hulk.
If I step out of this hallway, do I feel less sluggish?
You feel as sluggish as you did a moment ago.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn back to say it's affecting me out here too. Is that
Your spell has not returned. The sluggishness was your loss of expedition.
Oh, okay.
Of expedience, rather.
Can I cast light really quick?
Yeah.
Or anything? And does it work?
Yes.
Okay. All right. It's just that hallway then. Okay. Cool. I will follow Obsidian.
Well, the question is, can we see anything through any of the doors that are here?
No, none of these doors are.
Okay.
Nothing down here is the same sort of bar design that it was elsewhere. But yeah, the corridor stretches off to the north and south.
Okay.
We don't really have an indication of where to go, so. Door by door.
Do I see any dirt?
Yeah, you will see the dirt once you're in the corridor.
There's no.
Because Obsidian was the only one in there at the time.
Yeah. There's no obvious origin point.
You could make an investigation check and try and
All right.
look into it and discern more information.
Love to. Maybe. Yep. I'm so dumb.
12.
Can I help out with some investigating?
If you are proficient in investigation, then yes, you can.
Yes.
Roll it again, Asher. Oh, okay. He's
I rolled.
separately. At 26. Well, over 26, you discern that the build-up definitely comes more from the south, and there's an increased amount of damage to the structures of the south.
There's more damage towards the south, and perhaps the dirt was brought from there, so I would say the epicenter would be that way.
Okay.
So then, does that mean we want to go there or the other way?
We wanna go to where
Unfortunately,
they're
I
digging,
think
right?
if they were digging there, then that's where we would want to be.
Yeah.
Unless they've finished digging all of the possible digging down there. Which I think is unlikely.
Let's try these.
Obsidian will go for the door next to us. Is there any key that fits? Is there any key that fits?
An empty cell.
All right. Let's follow the dirt. Well, we'll really need some light here.
If you want, I can use Kura. I think they can hold your stone or your coin. And
Well,
do a quick scout.
as Asher actually puts her light into the corridor, you see that all the doors are closed, save for one.
Who's here? Almost like it's a prison.
Let's check it. It is different. Although I'm just thinking, if they were here, if they found it, it is not around. If they didn't find it, and any traces of their previous activity are not really a clue for us, are they?
Perhaps we interrupted them. Clearly they hadn't found it just yet. If not, Lord Sanguinar would not be here. Perhaps we caught him just as he was trying to pretend and didn't have enough time to secure it.
Again, we'll step forward carefully and try to look down. Wait for the light, I guess.
Well, there is something here, but this... Could the creature just come from here? It's definitely a dugout hole.
Looking down, this room is piled with dirt at the edges. It's been very loosely and clumsily piled up. This room's basically one big digging pit. There is a excavation that's taken place beneath the stones. You see, looking down, where the flags have been ripped out, and then dirt, and then a bit of rock, and then you see a different type of stone, clearly artificial, but that too has been cracked and pulled aside, and all that's left now is a very ornate, decorated chamber, no bigger than a fairly deep sarcophagus. It is carved full of very floral, natural-looking dragon carvings around its exterior, but the chamber is empty. I would say that, and at your point, all of you, having been there, would recognise the design of the dragon carvings as being very similar to the temple you had been in.
But it's now empty.
You can see the bottom of it. This is not a climb down to another location. This is like a deep grave you can see the bottom of.
It's not here. Perhaps they relocated it somewhere else.
Do you think they did find it?
Certainly looks like it.
I mean, if they did, wouldn't they have left? Why would they still be here?
From us thinking about the direction that the Iodex mentioned, would the prison be in that direction from where we were? He didn't mention it.
Sorry,
You said
say that again?
so when the Iodex, he was like, "We've found it" or whatever, and you said he looked to the north. Is from where we were in the square. Are we in? Is this north? Could he have been looking this direction?
I feel like in, or perhaps out of character, you all seemed to come to the decision or conclusion or realization last session that was about the warden.
Oh, I did. Yeah. That was about the killing of the warden then.
Where's the light gone? Where's Asher gone? Did she fall in the
I'm
hole?
just right here next to Obsidian, but I'm further back into this room.
Oh, I didn't know there was more of the room.
This cell has been tunneled through into adjoining cell. You see there's a bit of a false start dig in the next room where clearly someone started a similar excavation but then changed their mind and moved to this cell.
Hmm.
What will you do?
I feel like we should really search this place to make sure that it's not indeed here somewhere. The letter mentions to locate the pillar stone and bring it immediately to the tower. But Lord Sanguinar was here.
What tower are you referring to? The tower of this place?
We presume so, unless there's a different, particularly notable tower. But any other tower would be harder for Sanguinar to have reached, so stands to reason it will be the prison tower.
Does it?
Why would somebody have sent him a letter from within the
From
same
the same
building?
location.
I'm sure there's
No.
some tower where the lich is holed up at.
Liching.
Yeah.
Must refer to a different one.
So it would seem their objective has been secured and moved to another location.
It's that way.
How will you respond to that?
Get a good night's sleep.
Guess maybe we wait for your companions. From the lady and from the tower. Seems the only thing we can do.
Do you know how long it would take for Sanguinar to rematerialize?
This depends typically on the strength of the vampire and the strength of their benefactor, if they have one.
Benefactor potentially
I dare say a
stronger
lich
than.
can aid in these efforts.
Hmm.
As for the assistance of my lady, we should wait and see what you accomplish here. She is on her way, but I know that she is keen to see what endeavours you make yourself, though I do not intend for you to do it unhanded. She has sent boons.
Then I guess we rest up and try and find where it's kept, though. If there are towers or the lich is holed up in a specific place, we don't currently know where that is. I could use temporal glimpse, but I would be concerned that Sendax would see again.
We need to return the body of the Elderman. And perhaps find the historian. Or the priest is obviously dead. But there was someone else that we could talk to. Is that right? Is there another guy?
I think there's plenty of people who live in the town, or live in the town all
Yeah.
their lives, but the priest was like a keen historian, but, you know, I'm not a historian, but I know shit that's happened in my town.
If there's a tower, you know. Maybe we just need to look around. Get to a high place, see if there's any towers around.
Well,
I don't think there's anything else to find here.
we should conclude whatever business you have here, return to town, and then we can discuss our expectations of each other and the aid that we can grant.
Before we go, I'll happily help you put to peace the undead raised here. If you'd like a hand.
Indeed. And yeah, you can take the time to go around and just essentially execute all of the caged undead in this place. The basement is full of them, and if you were to go and look upstairs, you would find that the upstairs is as well. The upstairs is easier. The upstairs is barred, so it's actually even easier to do.
Yeah, I think since we have a little bit of kind of like downtime, I think doing that and then sort of essentially if there's any perishable goods that are edible, we'll collect them and
Yeah, there's
take them back to
a
the tavern.
few weeks worth of rations.
I can't take a few weeks, but I'll take some and then make sure that when we're back we
Why
talk.
can't you?
I don't know if I can carry all of that.
You have the luggage.
Oh yeah, we do.
Do you have the luggage?
We have the luggage. We can take all the food.
Let me remind you what the luggage looks like, everybody. With its wiggly toes.
Luggage. He's a good
Great.
boy. There he is. He's a good
So
boy.
yeah, you collect the body of the Elderman. Does he go in the luggage?
No, I'll
He's carried
carry.
along.
Yeah.
Okay. What building are you?
Have we found the warden?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did upstairs.
Yes. Oh
Yes,
yes,
it
of
is,
course. Yeah. I'm not messing with that. That looks
He's
messy.
not gonna, yeah, there's a lot of curtains there. You could wrap them up in. Probably a bit easier.
Potentially
Someone
just
else
to
can
like
come in.
spare.
Yeah, he kind of needs
Yeah.
scooping.
Oh dear.
And where do you head to in town afterwards that you want to have this debrief with Highcroft?
Can we stop by just like the guys who were on duty and just let them know what happened and establish that they should come check this place out and stuff?
Yes, they.
I don't want to take the corpse of the elderman to the tavern.
Yeah, they are obviously extremely shocked, but thank you for your service and rally some remaining troops to head up there and investigate.
Before we go, the late elderman offered us some rooms in the town. We now have one more joining our party, and perhaps we could make use of this accommodation.
I mean, the Elderman had no other family until we elect a successor. I guess you may as well stay here. There's a couple of rooms.
At least he can. Highcroft.
Oh, are you not all going to?
I would. I don't know what the group says. Don't want to split the party. Obsidian seemed unconvinced.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
his
but that's his
resting
resting
place.
state.
I think it's okay to stay in. I mean, I don't know about the Elderman's house, to be honest, but there's a guest
Lodging is
rooms.
lodging at this point.
Yeah. Let's loot the Elderman, please. Sorry. My Skyrim coming in.
And maybe he's got some great notes hanging around.
So yeah, you are in Hargreave House then.
How do we work out where the lich might be? Is it above us? If that was the case, I wouldn't know how we would get up there.
If there was a floating tower, I imagine we would have seen it.
I know, but the Musketeers said that they were going up there.
But they were powerful magicians, no? Wizards.
Indeed,
So they
but
claimed.
I just mean that if that's where they were going, does that mean there's something up there to see?
I have this food to deliver to the tavern. Perhaps the owner there. Maybe he knows what this tower is. Or
It's
the
not-
woman.
If the Lich, well, by nature, Liches are powerful magicians, it's possible that the Lich has a summoned tower that is not usually resident in this area.
Sure, something like that would have been.
But if there are any
What?
towers, recent or otherwise, perhaps the townsfolk would know.
I mean,
What's the name of
Alderman
the
said
woman?
he
I
had-
don't know how well you know this place, but I found a room where we can speak more privately.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And he, without kind of being, he's not like arrogantly strolling around, but there is a bit of this place is clearly functional for him, not somebody's home.
Are you all staying then?
Are you not?
Oh, he's not asking you. He's asking
Oh,
the
the
guard
guard?
to stick around.
Oh, well, I feel like we should. We don't want the house to fall into disrepair before the next Elderman's appointed.
Fall to disrepair. How long does it typically take to appoint a new mayor? Aren't you?
Killed by a vampire? So we'll need to
Yes.
look into it, I guess.
Times like these, I imagine you need leadership rather promptly.
And I'll see what Julius says.
Should probably figure this out, but are you protecting the house or the person in it typically?
Well, the person. Well, I don't know. It's a bit of a economical matter, that. Siri, with
Do
your
as you
insight-
wish.
Oh, go on, Sabdin.
Do as you wish, but there are still many lives to protect in this town.
Yeah, a couple of them sort of nod at that and make their excuses to take a walk down into the town and see what's going on. Siri, with your insight, you would clock that as he walked around to sit. The most convenient and obvious place for where he was standing for Highcroft to sit would have been at the head of the table, but he doesn't even seem to acknowledge that seat and sit off to one of the sides and said, from his whole demeanour and how he holds himself, you can tell this isn't someone who's a fighter, this is a military man.
Like a strategist.
Well, just someone who's regimented and used to serving in a military.
Highcroft, if we have time, I think we should all become a little bit well acquainted, and she will say her name and where she hails from, and her companions.
He knows that. Would
How
seem.
much do you know?
As much as my lady has made me aware, most of our order are now aware of your activities, as you have moved against our enemy.
He who must not be named.
Why don't you
Slaps you across the table.
We'd love to stand in equal footing. Would you tell us something about yourself and your organization? How long have you been fighting against our common enemy?
Only around 2 months. This is when he first began to become prominent as a threat, and different threads began to tie together. Since then, my lady has used her considerable and significant resources to begin to piece this together as much as she can. We know that Sendax has numerous lieutenants. We know that they come from all different walks of life, at least in relation to the planes. The distribution of their cosmology seems to be not a coincidence. And so we had been on one of our tours where we moved from coast to coast, dealing with trouble. But we found ourselves on the tail of this lich, realised that he was in collusion with Sendax, and so we fell back to regroup and strategize. That was the plan, until we were informed that, in fact, you who have already dealt with other minor lieutenants had arrived here. My lady was already keeping an eye on the situation. She's had a view to approach you for some weeks now. But then you summoned her, it would seem, or at least sent a message to her for aid. And so aid I have brought. Although the trust is not entirely established yet, as I'm sure it would not be for you.
I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. Do you know? Have you heard of the Gleaming Reef?
I have
Do you know
not.
where it is?
I heard it read aloud by Vasha earlier. It is not a term I'm familiar with.
Have I heard of the Gleaming Reef?
Absolutely not.
Oh. Is it in Val'sharah?
What? Is it a reference I have overlooked?
In World of Warcraft, there's a place called the Gloaming Reef.
Oh shit, there is, isn't there? No. yeah, of course. My lady will make her way here with most of our legion. She would like you to show your commitment by dealing with Onslaught. And she, in turn, will show her commitment and trust in you by loaning you tools to accomplish this. The trust will be thusly. Her trust is in giving the items. Your trust will be in returning them once the task is completed.
Quite lovely. We have a good track record of coming into good graces of knightly orders.
I don't
Is-
take your meaning.
Onslaught the Lich?
No, the dragon. Onslaught is the name of the on the
But
dragon.
is the dragon the Lich?
Could be a Dracolich, I suppose.
If I'm at all allowed to know of a thing like that existing.
That all sounded out of character, I'm assuming.
I meant it to be in character.
Oh, so
Yeah, me too.
he seems a little taken aback. He's like, I thought you were aware of this.
Oh, I'm aware that Onslaught is a black dragon and that he rules in the realm of undeath. But we'd seen some indication that they could be so, but we didn't really have it confirmed. But if that is in fact the case, that is
Yes,
that is useful.
The Lich leading this host is Onslaught.
Pip just lets out a big sigh.
So,
Well then.
do we have an agreement? My lady will lend you tools on her honor, and on your honor, you shall return them once Onslaught is defeated. And in this we will form an allegiance.
We were going to have to face his generals sooner or later, so to do it with your aid would certainly be a boon.
I do require your specific words.
The only thing really left to me is my honor. You have it.
And he brings out a large bag, clearly a bag of holding, and he reaches into it and brings out a grey metal case, which he lays on the table and opens, and he hands to you, Sire, a hilt glowing with a sunlight blade.
Damn it! I just upgraded my weapon to roll the d10s that I should have been rolling for the last, I don't know, 40 sessions. Been rolling d8s instead of d10s for a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah, well, he hands you The Sun Sword.
Oh!
He looks to Pip and Obsidian. Do we have an accord?
My word.
He reaches in and brings out a much smaller case. He
A tiny
opens
sword.
the Sun Dagger. A necklace lined with beads, each of which looks like a small golden sun. And he hands you a necklace of fireballs. His eyes fall on you, Asher. He's like, my apologies, I have no such boon for you, for you have found your way to one of my lady's treasures already. Looking at the buckler. TJ, I can't handle any more voices. Any more passenger voices. And he looks to Obsidian and says, my lady has advised me, but your trust will be the hardest to gain. What show of faith can I give of myself for you to take me at my word, Obsidian?
To take you at your word, I don't much care for it. Sierra seems to be willing to go through with it, and so shall I.
Very well. He brings out a... Oh, sorry, I forgot to show. There you go. Pip. Yeah, he brings out, not from within a case, inside the bag, a large, ornate maul that is flickering with flame. And as he hands it to you, it is warm to the touch. I have added the solar maul to your inventory. These weapons naturally are prized weapons of our order, which you've used to great effect against the undead for many years. Focused and coordinated, and I will aid you, of course. I believe this will be enough to bring Onslaught down.
Certainly be of great aid in the fights to come. As long as we can figure out how to get to this tower, or to whatever Onslaught dwells. Don't suppose you know how to find the dragon's lair?
This depends on the dragon. Some dragons live in swamps and frozen crevasses. My lady lives in a keep. For now.
And I guess we need to find it. Wherever he dwells. And slay it.
You said you intend to return to the local drinking establishment here. Maybe answers there?
One would hope.
Then lead the way. And yeah, that is where we shall leave things. Yeah, actually, Mr. Death, we untick heavy from that. Makes sense. It comes on as needed like that, so I don't think it'd be heavy.
I don't think it changes anything, so.
No. But yes, that's where we end. We will pick up next week. See you then.